Hello, this is John Piper here. Bella Villamontes is helping me out. My workshop was called Trading Places, Developing a Deeper Connection. The point of the class was taking the concept of a conversation in West Coast Swing and developing it further. So, really figuring out ways to play off of each other, to initiate ideas and creative control in the dance. So the first thing we did is we talked about different levels of connection. We talked about a neutral connection, which is where we kind of just hang out. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's about, a 4 to a 6, somewhere in that range for you. From that, we talked about developing a heavier connection. So if we're doing our basics, right, and we really leverage into the end of this. A 10 would be like we're just leveraged away from each other and no action's really taken from there. A 0 would be our hands are free. A 1 is a very light connection. So we talked about having a neutral space, which is that middle zone of 4 through 6, and then being able to take it up to a 10 when you really want to assert creative ideas, and dropping it down to 1 when you're very open to ideas happening. So this is a way of developing that conversation, just communicating clearly between the two of you. So, we practiced our basics, we did a sugar push, we did a left side pass, we did an underarm turn, and we practiced each one of those using those varied levels of connection so that we could really understand what am I saying in different types of connection as opposed to just always being in one. From that point, we took this in practice and we did a left side pass. And in this left side pass, the followers are going to assert some creative input into the dance. So, as we're coming through, Bella's going to move through and change this up on me by developing, stopping on 4, I'm sorry. So, that was my fault. Okay, so, stopping on 4, we're going 1, 2, 3, and 4. At this point, she has stepped off of her slot a little bit, which is one indicator to me that something different's happening. And the other one is she's given me a lot more connection than we were just at. We were at a 6. We came up to about an 8. I noticed that big change. It's about how much contrast there is between the types of connection that you're using. From this place, the followers took it into a 6-count whip. So they triple stepped away. And as a leader, if I'm not prepared for this, all I'm doing is I'm leading a left side pass, she initiates this, and I just kind of follow through with my footwork and allow the rotation to happen. From that, we talked about the ability of the leader to jump in, because typically leaders provide the structure of the dance. So for them to communicate to their followers isn't really as hard of an issue, but for followers to come back with input becomes a bit more of one. So again, stopping on 4, we went 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as a leader, if I pay attention by watching my partner, looking for these sorts of clues about what they would like to do, I can then take that idea, which is energy built up in a rotational direction, and do things like turn this into a turn, right? So I wasn't planning on doing this sort of a whip, but because of where she wound up her body and where that energy was, I worked with that energy into this inside roll. And then we talked about possibilities of other things to try there. So this is a specific example of a very general concept. Thank you guys very much.